What is up, guys? Mad Rambles episode 144 today. Back again with another video, as always. Today, I want to talk about a powerful topic. I want to talk about something that really does make the difference, because it's something I believe that anybody can do, no matter who you are. And that's talking about training your mind. Because there are many ways you can do this, and there are an exponential amount of benefits you can get from it. Now, what do I mean by training my mind? I mean altering your mind on purpose to believe what you want it to believe. You see people in life, whether it's an argument, an accident, or whatever, who somehow enable themselves to believe something. They sort of fight this thing. They sort of, support whatever it is. And you sit there and think, how the hell are you believing this? That's because subconsciously their mind has convinced them that something happened. That their mind has convinced them to believe that something has occurred. Now, this is done by accident, but you can do it for yourself on purpose. And if you can do it for yourself on purpose, then you can leverage it. You can use it for your benefit. And you can train your mind over a certain amount of time to believe you are someone that you want to be. For instance, I've heard a lot of talk about, how many days streak you got on NoFap? How many days streak you got on no watching porn? How many days work streak have you got? Who the fuck cares? I don't believe those people are going to be genuinely successful because they're always focused on the day. They've always got one eye on the clock. Always thinking about how many days they are into not doing it. Why? Because they are still that person. Because they still think about these things. This is something I listened to and I understood from Hamza. So this is not my idea. I don't know where he got it from, whether or not he got it from himself, but this is someone who I've heard say this. And I've thought about it and I agree. And I've tried it and tested it. And for me, it's definitely worked. And it's part of the process of becoming who you want to be is by believing you are someone. Don't sit there and say, oh, I'm on 7 days of working. No, I'm someone who works every day. I'm someone who works every day. I'm not someone who's trying to work every single day, keeping one eye on the clock. No, I'm just someone who works every day. There, you have changed your belief system. You have changed who you are. You haven't changed what you focus on. You've changed who you are. When you sort of have one eye on the clock and like, 7 days in, you're changing what you're focusing on. But you're still focusing on that original thing. You're trying not to do that original thing. But you're still that person. You're still the person that faps that's trying not to fap. Instead of the person who doesn't. And when you're the person who doesn't, you're less likely to do it again versus the person who's trying not to. Because that belief system hasn't changed in your mind. You haven't become someone who isn't. Because when you become someone who doesn't do a certain thing, everything in your body, your mind, your spirituality is all geared up to not doing that activity because that's who you are. And subconsciously, your mind believes it. When you speak things into reality, you're convincing and speaking it out to your subconscious. Your subconscious hears what you say, takes it in, condenses it, keeps it, that becomes who you are. And then in those little activities in the day-to-day life when you're down, maybe the pressure's on, and normally people would redo these things and sort of relapse into these bad habits. You don't. Why? It's because it's not who you are. Because that's not what your subconscious contains. Because you've trained it to contain something else. So a real key to success is training and convincing yourself you are who you are. Train yourself to become someone. Convince yourself you are who you want to be. And you are more likely to be successful than not. Been a good call. I've been Keenan. Peace.